Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island. The guys identify a massive tunnel stretching under the garden shaft. The Curse of Oak Island Season 11. Episode 2 saw the team locate and start to map a lengthy tunnel under the garden shaft, which the guys hope will lead to a secret treasure vault. Last week, the borehole drill team hit wood, indicating a structure at approximately 97 feet, a little bit to the west of the garden shaft. The guys suspected it was part of the same void or tunnel they encountered at the end of Season 10. This week, the Fellowship of the Dig decided to think outside the box and drill a borehole east of the garden shaft, an area they had not previously explored. Some fans may wonder why the guys were drilling east of the shaft when Dr. Ian Spooner said the precious metals were mainly located on the west side in the Baby Blob. Well, Ian and his colleague, Fred Michael, have since updated their theory, stating the treasure was likely within a 20-foot radius of the shaft. Also, the Dumas Mining Company is still waiting on a permit to begin expanding operations at the bottom of the garden shaft, so it makes sense for the guys to explore the area around the shaft so that miners have a clear target when they return. Oak Island team located a tunnel east of garden shaft. With that in mind, the team began digging borehole DN 5 and 26.5 in fresh ground a few feet to the east. And at just over 100 feet, they started hitting loose, disturbed soil, which soon revealed multiple pieces of wood. This wood was found at roughly the same elevation and in alignment with the same wood found to the west, suggesting that this is one very large tunnel that runs underneath the garden shaft. The guys drilled a second borehole on the eastern side of the shaft, and again, they found enough wood to indicate this was most likely the same tunnel. That's at least 4 boreholes that found evidence of this long tunnel. Oak Island team explores the tunnel's significance. Obviously, the guys had lots of questions. Who built it? When did they build it? Why did they build it? And perhaps most importantly, where is the tunnel going? Hopefully, toward a chamber full of treasure. The team began analyzing the wood. Emma Culligan used the X-ray fluorescence (XRF) spectrometer to ascertain its chemical composition. She didn't find gold or silver, but she registered a high volume of palladium. Environmental scientist Moya MacDonald was on hand to inform the guys that palladium can be found in deposits of gold and silver. There are no known natural palladium deposits on Oak Island, which suggests the element was transported to the island, perhaps within a treasure. The next step is to get the wood carbon-14 dated, telling us if this is a searcher or a depositor tunnel. Unfortunately, we will have to wait at least another episode until we learn the dates. But it's great that the guys are making such rapid progress after only 2 episodes of the new season. The balmy summer sun cast a golden hue over Oak Island, reflecting off the rippling waters and illuminating the dense foliage that clung to the ancient landscape. The island was alive with anticipation, as Rick and Marty Lagina, the stalwart brothers whose passion for unearthing history had driven them to this mysterious place, prepared for another date of discovery. The garden shaft, a recent focus of their relentless quest, loomed ahead, a tantalizing promise of secrets yet to be revealed. The garden shaft had always been shrouded in mystery. Its name, quaint and unassuming, belied the treacherous depths that lurked beneath. The team had spent countless hours digging, probing, and scanning, hoping to unravel the enigma that had perplexed treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. Today, however, was different. Today, they were armed with new technology and fresh determination. As the team gathered around the opening of the shaft, the air buzzed with excitement. Geophysicist Dr. Ian Spooner, with his characteristic blend of scientific rigor and infectious enthusiasm, was explaining the latest findings. We've detected a significant anomaly beneath the garden shaft, he said, his eyes sparkling. It appears to be a tunnel, a massive one, stretching far beyond what we've previously explored. The implications were staggering. Could this tunnel be a key component of the fabled treasure vault? Was it part of the intricate network of traps and conduits that had thwarted treasure hunters for generations? Rick and Marty exchanged a glance, their unspoken bond evident. They had faced setbacks and disappointments, but their resolve had never wavered. This tunnel could be the breakthrough they had been waiting for. With the drone of machinery and the clatter of tools, the team descended into the garden shaft. The air grew cooler and damper as they went deeper, the light from above dwindling to a distant glow. The tunnel, when they reached it, was a marvel of engineering. Hewn from the bedrock with painstaking precision, it stretched into the darkness, its walls smooth and unyielding. Charles Barkhouse, the team's historian, ran his hand along the tunnel's surface. "This is extraordinary," he murmured. "The craftsmanship is remarkable. This wasn't hastily constructed. It was built to last." As they ventured further, the tunnel revealed more of its secrets. Ancient timbers supported the ceiling, their age evident in the weathered grain. Markings, barely discernible, adored the walls, cryptic symbols that hinted at a purpose beyond mere excavation. The air was thick with history, each step echoing with the whispers of those who had come before. Rick, ever the cautious optimist, paused to examine one of the symbols. "These could be significant," he said, his voice thoughtful. "Perhaps they were left by the original builders as a guide or a warning." Marty, more pragmatic but equally passionate, nodded. "We'll need to document everything carefully. This could be a map of sorts, leading us to the treasure." The team pressed on, their senses attuned to every detail. The tunnel seemed to pulse with a life of its own, as if eager to divulge its secrets. There were moments of tension, a creak in the timbers, a trickle of water from above, but the team's expertise and camaraderie carried them forward. As they rounded a bend, the tunnel widened into a cavernous chamber. The walls glistened with moisture, and the air was filled with the sound of dripping water. In the center of the chamber, partially obscured by rubble, lay a large, ornate chest. The sight of it sent a jolt of excitement through the team. "Careful," Rick cautioned as they approached. "There could be traps." Laird Niven, the team's archaeologist, moved forward with deliberate caution. His trained eyes scanned the chamber for any signs of danger. After a thorough inspection, he gave a nod. "It looks safe, but we should still proceed with care." With hearts pounding, the team began to clear the debris. The chest, now fully visible, was a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Intricate carvings adorned its surface, depicting scenes of maritime exploits and mythical creatures. The lock, heavy and ornate, was a formidable obstacle. Gary Drayton, the metal detection expert, examined the lock with keen interest. "This is a work of art," he said, admiring the intricate mechanism. "It'll take some skill to open this without damaging the chest." As Gary set to work, the rest of the team explored the chamber. There were other artifacts, ancient tools, fragments of pottery, and rusted implements, all hinting at the tunnel's purpose and the people who had toiled within its depths. The sense of history was palpable, a tangible connection to the past. Gary's exclamation broke the silence. "Got it," he announced triumphantly. The lock clicked open, and the chest lid creaked as it was lifted. Inside, the team was greeted with a sight that took their breath away.